Dear students, let us begin with the third part of the lesson on India and the Nuclear Club, factors determining India's nuclear program, in which we will learn about India and CTBT and India and the nuclear weapon free zone. Let us discuss about India and CTBT. Another treaty that has influenced global and South Asian debates on the nuclear issue is the Comprehensive Test Ban Treaty of 1996. The treaty calls every signatory state not to carry out any nuclear weapon test explosion or any other nuclear explosion. India's strategic position in South Asia and its nuclear armed neighbors Pakistan and China influenced its approach to the CTBT. The regional context adds complexity to India's decision making regarding nuclear testing and treaty adherence. India has been arguing that the CTBT should be linked to a time-bound program for the elimination of all nuclear weapons. Since the treaty prevents future testing and does not demand that the nuclear weapon states destroy the existing weapons, India believed that this treaty, like NPT, would not help the cause of global disarmament. India's approach to the CTBT reflects a distinctive blend of non-signatory status, conditional support for its objectives, regional security considerations, and a commitment to shaping global non-proliferation efforts. This nuanced stance makes India a significant and unique actor in the context of the CTBT. Let us discuss about India's stand on nuclear weapon free zone. The nuclear weapon free zone proposal is a zonal approach to the nuclear proliferation issue. It envisages a halt to the proliferation of nuclear arms at that regional level. This had been discussed in the General Assembly since 1956 with reference to geographical areas, mainly Central Europe, Africa and Latin. Pakistan introduced the nuclear weapon free zone proposal for South Asia in the UN General Assembly on 15 November 1974. The resolution was adopted in the Assembly. The proposal called upon the member states of South Asia to use nuclear material for peaceful purposes and to prevent the testing, use, manufacture, production, acquisition or storage of any nuclear weapons or nuclear launching devices. Agree to non-discriminatory system of verification and inspection to ensure that nuclear program is in conformity with the commitments. Sign undertakings by nuclear weapon states not to use or threaten to use nuclear weapons against the states of the region. However, India along with Bhutan opposed Pakistan proposal on the ground that prior consultations leading to agreement among the countries concerned should take place before endorsement by the General Assembly. India has consistently rejected the idea of a South Asian nuclear weapon free zone. One of its key reasons for rejection is the perceived imbalance in the region, as it believes that the proposal does not account for the existing nuclear capabilities of China, a regional neighbor. India further maintained South Asia could not be considered a zone, and the presence in Asia of countries belonging to military alliances and the existence of nuclear weapons would have a vital bearing on the viability of the nuclear weapon free zone. This proposal in the General Assembly has been adopted every year thereafter, but India has been against it. India declined adherence to the proposal of a nuclear weapon free zone in South Asia. Its argument in the Assembly on 22 November 1974 was that consensus among the countries should take place before introducing the resolution on nuclear weapon free zone in the Assembly. It stated that it was not possible to agree to the proposal of nuclear weapon free zone in South Asia, as it should essentially encompass countries that were engaged in a nuclear program which was meant for military purpose and not to the countries that were involved in a peaceful nuclear program. A nuclear weapon free zone could be attained only if the entire region did not possess nuclear weapons. India maintained that it could not abide by the proposal if it excluded Afghanistan, Central Asia and large parts of the Indian Ocean. Let us summarize what we have discussed so far in this lesson. India's nuclear policy is guided by the disarmament approach to security. It believes that real security is possible only through global disarmament and not by disarming the non-nuclear nations. It wants to halt both vertical and horizontal nuclear proliferation. India rejected the NPT, CTBT and nuclear weapon free zone because they are discriminatory. These treaties fail to provide equal treatment between the nuclear weapon states and non-nuclear weapon states. India considers all nations to be equal. It does not believe in dividing the states into nuclear haves and nuclear have-nots. I hope you understood about India and the nuclear club, factors determining India's nuclear program. We have concluded our lesson. Thank you.